Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 19th episode of the second season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for in the link in the description below. Just click it and put a password in and enjoy. It's episode 18, last episode. I enjoyed personally. It was a team effort. You know, Penny had a little business going. She was creating some like hair clips, you know, for women in the hair, and obviously the guys was trying to help her out, expand the business, create some money. They created an online marketing campaign. You know, they had a backlog of 1,000 berets that they had to make. They actually done it successfully, and boom, somebody else put another 1,000 in. Now they decided, look, it's too hard for us, we can't do this, and obviously that's kind of how the episode ended, with Penny being left on her own to do it. And I'm not expecting us to move into today's episode utilizing, you know, the stuff that we learned last episode or continuing with her business. But what I did like is the screen time everybody got, the, you know, the friendship, basically utilization of it, because it was a team. They all acted together. Nobody fell out with anybody as well. Everybody was kind of putting their own input in. And as I was saying last episode, I've just really enjoyed the way we've combined everybody in this season, give everybody screen time. They've all had their own individual episodes, as well as a lot of teamwork and bonding and building. So to me, that's been really good. And hopefully we get more of it. And I'm excited to see how we finish the season. I have no idea how we're going to finish the season. I always think that season should finish on cliffhangers, should finish on something that gets us excited to tune into the third season, and maybe we get that this season with a relationship or continuation of the current relationship that we've got between Leslie and Howard. It'll be exciting to see and find out. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Problem?
Here we go. We don't have Thai food on Thursday. We have pizza on Thursday.
Yes, but we all agreed that the third Thursday of every month would be Anything Can Happen Thursday.
The whole idea behind Anything Can Happen Thursday is to get out of this rut we've been in lately.
Rut? I think you mean consistency. And if we're going to abandon that, then why even call it Thursday?
Sheldon, we agreed we'd do something different tonight.
Let's go to the comic book store.
We went to the comic book store last night.
Yeah, last night was Wednesday. Wednesday is comic book night. Tonight, we'll be going on Thursday because it's Anything Can Happen Thursday.
If I may proffer a suggestion, in bars all across this great nation of ours, Thursday night is ladies' night. Oh, really? Are you familiar with the Drake equation?
The one that estimates the odds of making contact with extraterrestrials by calculating the product of an increasingly restrictive series of fractional values, such as those stars with planets, and those planets likely to develop life. N equals R times FP times NE times FL times FI times FC times L.
You can modify it to calculate our chances of having sex, what I call the Wolowitz coefficient.
Wolowitz coefficient?
Neediness times dress size squared. I'm a horny engineer, Leonard. I never joke about math or sex.
Anything Can Happen Thursday. Let's hit the clubs and meet hot women.
Here we go. Lock up your daughters. We're gonna hit it and quit it.
Or we could finish eating and go to the comic book store.
Also a good plan.
But Thursday, we're definitely going to a bar.
Oh, absolutely.
The thing is, though, they was talking about getting themselves out of a rut, and he said, well, it's called consistency. I actually like that, you know, like, we stuck doing the same thing over and over again. He's like, yeah, but it's not a rut, it's being consistent in what we do. The same way, like we say, we have food on separate days. But they did say they had to think outside the box, do something different. And although, yes, it's going to the comic book store again, which he done yesterday, it's him getting out, you know, if they wanted to push the boat, that's him changing his plans. It's not his usual Thursday, and it's like going to the gym, isn't it? You know, the small steps take the time, and then once that you go 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, you're forward. You know what I mean? So like, just because you went to the comic book store yesterday, you didn't think that today is anything different. It is for Sheldon. Do you know what I mean? If you want to get him out of that rut, as you call it, you got to take that first step.
Oh, hey guys, where you headed?
To the comic book store. You're probably thinking, the comic book store on a Thursday? Well, I've fallen down the rabbit hole and into a land of madness. You have to take into account, Penny, is that this is Anything Can Happen Thursday.
Leonard, could you pick me up a few comics for my nephew's birthday?
Sure, what is he like?
I don't know, he's 13. Just pick out anything.
Look at his
At the
face.
same time, we can pick out a new suit for him without knowing his size.
Spider-Man, get him Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man.
You know this can go on all night. Why don't you just come with us?
If you want something, do it yourself.
Aw, what a cute little store.
A woman. The first time they've seen one.
Everybody's staring at me.
Don't worry, they're more scared of you than you are of them.
A superb choice.
Oh, great.
Yeah, provided he has already read Infinite Crisis and 52 and is familiar with the reestablishment of the DC multiverse.
That's right. She's with us.
Ooh, look, a new Batman belt buckle.
He actually does wear them, doesn't he? He actually does.
Oh, hey, Leonard. Okay, well, let me know if you need anything.
Thanks.
Because people appreciate comic books doesn't make them weirdos. Stuart's a terrific artist. He went to the Rhode Island School of Design.
We both ain't got it. Oh, I knew it.
I need this for my Batman collection.
Well, I need it for my Robin collection.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, spot.
Why would I gamble? It's mine. Let go.
You let go.
No, you.
Problem?
What would you recommend as a present for a 13-year-old boy?
13-year-old girl.
Hellblazer, what's this about?
A morally ambiguous confidence man who smokes, has lung cancer, and is tormented by the spirits of the undead.
This me? Really good.
Yes, that's you.
I have got to learn how to draw.
Hey!
Once again, defeated by your own prurient interests. But here.
All right. So, just give me a call.
So, Leonard, how are you enjoying Anything Can Happen Thursday?
Leonard's absolutely wounded. Do you know what, right? I kind of do feel a little bit sorry for Leonard in terms of, not like, how can I say it, like, not so like, oh man, I'm fuming that you can't be with Penny. More in the fact that she, you know, they did try to get together, but then obviously, you know, she felt like the reason technically like they're not really together is that she felt like she wasn't smart enough for him, and then when he tried to kind of reassure her that it's okay, he kind of done it badly, which then obviously kind of like pushed them away into being friends again. You know what I mean? But like the concept of, she said that she never really like seen herself dating nerdy people, and they always considered themselves as nerds. And you know, like the guy who come to the university who was working there, you know, she went on dates with him and she was going on tours, but he was like, mate, I've been trying to ask you to come here for ages, show that there's loads of cool things here. And it's like, you know, everything that he hears, she's liking those traits singular in other different people and giving them a go and never him. Do you know what I mean? So like I kind of can understand why he's always going to like sit there and be depressed, because he's got like the whole package and it's not really going. But then he gets on with Penny really well, and she's taking little parts of his personality with different people and enjoying them. And do you know what I mean? I can understand why he's always upset.
Thank you, Howard Ham-Fisted Wallowitz. Did you just shut the TV off in the middle of the classic Deep Space Nine Star Trek The Original Series Trouble with Tribbles crossover episode? Is it fair to say that you're experiencing some sort of emotional turmoil over the events involving Penny earlier this evening? Would you like some advice?
Sure, why not?
Well, then this is the perfect time to launch a blog with an interactive comment section. Would you rather I offer my personal insight?
I just want to know why Penny's more interested in Stuart than me. We're practically the same guy.
Stuart is taller, artistic, self-employed, and most significantly, he gets 45% off comic books.
Basically said he's
You're right, I
better.
really should be asking strangers on the internet.
Nightmare of Anything Can Happen Thursday. This is Friday night the way it was meant to be.
Who's up for Sheldon Free Saturday?
Stuart has a piece in an art show that's opening tonight.
And you guys are going together. Great.
We're playing the classic 1980 interactive text adventure, Zork. It's the buggy beta version.
Take me to a bar with women.
Okay. Let me just go inside and slip off my underwear.
Oh, he's going to be fuming, Sheldon.
Have a grasshopper with a little umbrella, please.
I'm not sitting here with a guy drinking a grasshopper with a little umbrella.
Come on, you know I can't talk to women unless I'm lit up like the Hindu festival of Diwali.
Plenty of bars in Los Angeles where you can order grasshoppers and chocolate martinis, but you wouldn't have to because there are no women in them.
Should we talk to some of these women?
No! First we let the lawyers and the jocks thin the herd, and then we go after the weak and the old and the lame.
You know what, right? In terms of like alcoholic beverages, have you ever actually had one that you was like pleasantly surprised with, if that makes sense? So like, obviously, I just used to drink beer, you know, like what would you call it? Like lagers and stuff. But then one time I bought a gin and tonic for somebody, but then he had to go. You know, like something happened, he had to come up and he went, and it was pretty much a full glass there. And I was like, yo, you know, that was expensive. I'm going to swig it. You know what I mean? Basically, I'm not going to let it go to waste. I'll have it. And then like, I swigged this gin and tonic, and I was like, whoa, mate. You know, this is nice. And now I drink it all the time. I absolutely love a gin and tonic. I love rum and coke, but I love gin and tonics as well. It could be any pink gin as well. So many different gins. Like, it's so good. Even with lemonade, gin's really nice. So I was pleasantly surprised with gin, to be honest. I never had it before, only had it because somebody that I bought one for had to go away. And obviously, like, we were still sat there drinking in the group, and I was like, mate, let that not go to waste. Boom, I'll have it. Ever since then, I get it all the time.
Kind of early. Do you want to maybe come in for some coffee or something?
Oh, gee, it's a little late for coffee, isn't it?
Come on, I think I have decaf.
What are you doing?
We're having coffee.
Isn't it a little late for coffee?
It's okay, she thinks she has decaf.
She's realising she's talking to Sheldon too.
I'll just go look for it.
I am asserting, in the event that Batman's death proves permanent, the original Robin, Dick Grayson, is the logical successor to the Batcowl.
Ooh, Sheldon, I'm afraid you couldn't be more wrong. Of course it is. It's a little wrong to say a tomato is a vegetable. It's very wrong to say it's a suspension bridge. Dick Grayson became Nightwing, a superhero in his own right. Batman 2 has to be the second Robin, Jason Todd.
I hope you're being deliberately provocative.
Barkeep, Alexander me.
Possible, very possible. You want the one in the whiplash collar or the one who keeps blinking? Put this in your mouth. We walk past them, you stumble a bit. I say, sorry, my friends had a little too much. Say a little too much fun. Yes! They're laughing, we're laughing, and then we get them up to about a 0.15 blood alcohol level and tell them we're millionaires.
Removing Joe Chill as the killer of Batman's parents effectively deprived him of his raison d'etre.
Forgetting that the Infinite Crisis storyline restored Joe Chill to the Batman mythology.
I am forgetting nothing, and I resent your tone.
Penny?
No, don't wake her. She'll maul you like a rabid Wolverine.
Trust me, this was their card.
Sitting here all night, the longest conversation you've had with a woman was when your mom called.
You're weighing me down.
Imagine.
I'm a falcon who hunts better solo. Don't be ridiculous. You can't just tell a falcon when to hunt.
Actually, you can. There's a whole sport built around it. Falconry.
He's going to be the one chatting everyone up. Yeah, I knew it.
It's got to be that stupid accent of his. Hello, I'm Sanjay Wallowitz from Bombay. Okay, I'm stumped.
If you think about it, I think in this show so far, I think Raj might have actually picked up more women, the most women, you know, out of it. And he's the one that speaks to the women less as well. Do you know what I mean? It seems to be either when he's not talking, they think, oh, you know, this guy is a really good listener. You know what I mean? He actually cares about what we're saying and our feelings, and he doesn't overtalk and think about himself. Or on the other hand, it's he gets too drunk and he gets overconfident, and then he can just either take the criticism or take the rejection, and he's just always hunting until he gets to, you know, like actually find somebody. So it's always funny to see it like that. But do you know what, right? I was thinking, Jay from The Inbetweeners reminds me of Howard. Now, different in the way that they kind of are in terms of well, Jay is proper ruthless, isn't there? And he's the biggest chat shitter you've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like everything about him. If you've not seen The Inbetweeners, and you should watch it, it's great, especially the British one, not the American one, literally the British only. But in that, you know, he's always saying he does things with women, he always picks them up, you know what I mean? He's a chick magnet. And then every time, like, his friends say, go on then, show us, let's see some of your moves, go do your chat up lines, who's it that you've been with? Yeah, he always just beats around the bush and palms it off, and kind of reminds me of Howard. Do you know what I mean? Like Leonard was saying there, you're always saying that you're coming to the bar and you know, talking to women. Well, yeah, he might actually go to the bar, he might actually talk to the women, but it doesn't mean that actually materializes into anything. You know what I mean? It's a specific wording. You know, you could say you could do maths. Somebody gives you a calculation, 82 times 59. You get the answer wrong. You never said that you could do it correctly. You know what I mean? And that's like him, you know, I always chat the women up. Yeah, but he leaves the part out that he's always unsuccessful. You know what I mean? So that was interesting. But Howard, mate, not Howard, Raj, he seems to be the one that people like the most as well. Let's go back to the episode, I think 17, when he was on the train and he was talking to the woman who was in Star Wars. She was more into, not Star Wars, sorry, in the Terminator. She was more interested in him than she was with the other two. So he obviously must have a bit of game. He needs to utilise it more. I don't know if we're going to keep it for the full, complete entirety of the show where he can't speak to women. Because when he does, he seems to be really good at it. Okay, and that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. was good. I liked it. You know, quite a lot of smiles in today's episode. That's what we love to see. You know, sometimes you don't have to laugh out loud, but you know, if you're watching it with a grin on your face, you know you're enjoying it. And I thought it was interesting as well. You know, I understand where Leonard was coming from in his point of view, where you know he's always trying to hit on Penny, and he actually wants something to materialize, but he don't really want to kind of push it, and you know he's kind of like waiting and biding his time. But then again, she's always kind of being interested and going on dates with people that are similar and close to him, even sometimes smarter than him, sometimes more nerdier than him in today's episode, someone who owns the actual comic book store. And you know he's always kind of feeling down on himself why it's never actually me. Now interestingly, you know, she's gone out on the date, it's gone really well, invited him back. Sheldon's come out talking, engaging. She's realised technically that, well, I think that she's realised that she would have been dating a Sheldon 2.0, and you know Sheldon 1 is always too much for anybody, so you can't introduce a second one, can you? And basically the guy didn't even understand the insinuation of coming in for a coffee. It was actually to, you know, to go to the bedroom. And he was like, decaf, I mean, you know, have you got any decaf? You know, having coffee at this time? Interestingly, Italians, yeah, they have coffee like at any time. Well, when I was in Italy, you know, they kind of seem to all drink coffee after a meal. They seem to use it as like, I won't say a dessert, but it's like an after meal drink, so to speak. You always got the menu. So like when I was there personally in Italy, you know, you go there, you'd have your meal, you'd have your pasta or whatnot, and then they come out and they give you the coffee menu, and it's like regardless of whatever time it was. And again, you know, it's interesting because in the UK, you just get a coffee at any time of the day, you know, 12 in the afternoon, 1 in the afternoon, you know, even at 6 at night, maybe 5 in the morning, you know, just coffee. But then they was having it, you know, at certain times at night after meals, which was interesting. But again, you know, Sheldon's come in, had the conversation. She's ended up falling asleep, and they both snuck out at the end. So I enjoyed it, you know. Can't wait for the next episode. Thanks for checking out today's. If you did enjoy it too, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.